Interesting conversation. More interesting, though, is the grand finals. Loading coming from losers, rocking the Roy. Meanwhile, OwlBBs representing the UK in winner's side on Hero, a pick that we haven't seen so far. Let's see how it works out. He has a lot of room to work with, so he can pick whatever character he likes for the first few games. Of course, Accelerato from the ledge, extremely strong movement option. Look at that. He's already zooming across the stage.
Yeah, I also feel like it's a little bit of a statement, right? Like, you won with Banjo 3 games, and even then in grand finals of this tournament, you still pick a different character that you are obviously good with, but you haven't played against Loading, right?
Yeah.
So, oh no!
Talking about statements, Armada, this Shulk break is a tragedy. The crit as well!
Dude,
Poor salt
honestly,
on the wound, will you?
These online tourneys on this stream, it's always some hero that comes out and do these things. It's like, it's always meant to happen.
It's the Armada storyline.
Yeah. Because people know I love Hero more than any other person, apparently.
This is your penance for years of peak
no!
RNG. Are you kidding me?
It's keep happening, dude. I'm telling you.
This is your fault, Armada. I want you to know.
Oh no! I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
It's your fault.
I'm sorry, Loading. I'm sorry.
OwlBBs with the double Shulk break, the giant mushroom. Loading finds his way back into the match with a dash attack KO, but will it be enough?
Oh, thank God.
Final hit though, still gonna get the hit, still gonna confirm and get a little bit of MP back right there. It's gonna be key.
Okay, in this scenario, it's important to not get too confident, right? A lot of comebacks, they do happen when people get too confident in a lead, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand if Owl is confident, but
that's another part of profiling, right? How does someone handle a lead? Everyone handles a lead in their own way.
yeah.
Some people will become super defensive because they don't want to lose it. Other people will start becoming super aggressive because they just want to capitalize on it to the maximum. And that was almost another tragedy with that Hatchet Man. Okay, good air dodge.
It almost feels like he just wants like another shield break, another like something hero-esque. If we're
Armada, I told you, this man loves playing flashy, and that's why Hero works for him, because he just gets to disrespect his opponent to the maximum.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. It's like people are afraid, right?
Oh! Okay, that was funny.
Oh, good management on the MP as well. Barely having enough to do the strong up B.
For sure, for sure. Almost fizzled out on that up B right there. No zoom. And the forward tilt loading. You know, if he pulls something out of his hat, I'll be very impressed here. There, this could be the start.
Oh, good uses of the side B to get him off the ledge. A lot of people would have tried to recover preemptively.
Yeah, for sure. The side B can be a very good burst range option. Accelerato from the ledge. Loading tried to read it with the up smash all the way on the stage, but now it's double buffs on Hero. This could be rough. The kill throw is definitely on deck right now, but Accelerato...
Oh! Wait, he makes the... Wait, what?
It happened! Armada, you weren't strong enough.
Maybe the overconfidence. That's, yeah. Loading somehow makes that comeback happen.
Yeah, the side B, I mean, it's not the first time we've seen it. That side B is insanely strong. So, yeah, on paper, this advantage, kind of easy to mitigate. In practice, these comebacks do happen. So, yeah. OwlBBs actually switching to Palutena, picking up picking an entirely new character for this bracket. I do believe, like, I really think that he hasn't practiced Palutena. I cannot imagine him picking it up without having practiced it a lot. But I am curious to see why specifically Palutena. I know a lot of Palutena players don't really enjoy the Roy matchup too much because Roy is one of the few characters that can really abuse Palutena's pour out of Shulk game.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that. But then on the other hand, for someone like Owl, like, so many characters, right? And Palu is relatively basic, right? It feels like a lot of good players that if they know how to play Ultimate, they tend to know how to play Palu. So, we've seen like most top players having, you know, a face pretty much with Palu. At least at some point. Even if they didn't like stick to the character, it was a character that they were like decent with at least.
I can definitely see that, especially most people drop her not because she's not good enough, but because she feels boring to them. Because she is so simple. Talking about simple, loading makes it look simple with that forward tilt punish, and I mean, OwlBBs, of course, immediately answering back. The back air, such a big tool in this matchup, is gonna really dominate the mid-range. I feel like, in terms of mid-range characters, a lot of people would say like Shulk is like the best mid-range character. I would argue that Palutena is maybe better because of the way her back air just kind of functions. And very similarly to Peach. Oh!
Beautiful tech chase on the down tilt.
Just loading, just interrupting me with the most brutal forward smash on the tech chase there as well. It's going for the maximum reward, tech chasing to the ledge as well. Not a lot of people tech towards the ledge because it makes you more vulnerable. But in this scenario, loading just was very well aware of what was happening. And Owl kind of missing his recoveries a few times now.
Ooh, counter there as well. Oh, he wanted to get another early kill, but this time with the side B.
Oh, loading with the pressure. Good movement. Look at the platform. Very smart. That was very smart. The dashing back and forth, standing on the platform, ready to react to anything that's happening. Very well done by loading right there. Leading into this scenario. The whisk grab. A shame. A shame.
Ooh, big damage here. Ooh, good cross-up, just jumping through the shield and then delaying the aerial. Scouting out the counter as well. Drag down up air.
Oh, and OwlBBs is back in the lead after such a deficit. The entire game, the back throw comes out. This is scary. The high recovery does not get punished.
Owl had the correct read, like baiting out the early up B, but...
What?
Oh.
Did you see that? He just did a run-up smash. Just a full commitment to the jump read right there. Insane. Actually insane.
And yeah, another game, another strong comeback. Or relatively strong, at least. Maybe not as much as the first one, but still, you know, pretty clear advantage for loading most of the game. Especially with that early down tilt F smash confirm. But yeah, Owl making it back.
Yeah, 100% agree, Armada. I feel like Owl, at the start of the game, trying to get back into the groove of Palutena. That's how it looked like to me. And then when he did, you know, find his flow, he just kind of, you know, made the comeback happen in no time. Very impressive. But yeah, OwlBBs played the roulette, and the result is Shulk loading going back to his old trusted Mega Man. Since I think loading won the previous game, this is gonna be OwlBBs won the previous game with the Palutena, so it is gonna be OwlBBs actually preemptively switching to Shulk and then loading deciding on Mega Man as the counter pick.
Do you think Mega Man does better versus Shulk than Roy?
No, actually, I think Roy. Oh, Nev. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. So I think this matchup is actually advantageous for Shulk. But I think Roy is basically all but even. I'm a Shulk player myself, so you know that's just my experience. I've played with loading a little bit in this matchup, and I honestly didn't really feel like it was hard at all.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe he got that master Shulk practice, and now he's ready to take on the biggest of boys.
The biggest of boys, OwlBBs. Of course, that was offline and that was friendly, so you know I'm not trying to trash talk my boy. I'm just you know, basing my experience off of that. I've also played as Roy, and I think as Roy actually did pretty well in the matchup. But yeah, loading, just going with what's comfortable. We talked about that before, right? How comfortable you are with the character plays a lot into how well you can make decisions. There's a smash coming out again. Could be huge. No 2-frame right there. Attempted grab, faked it out, and went for the backer to wall instead. Amazing movement by OwlBBs, but here's loading with the answer. Look at that. The deep gimp right there.
Yeah, you love to see it. And the back air, as we talked about earlier, such a good move. Long-lasting, strong.
Yep. Yep, for sure. But here is Shulk, and this is where Shulk is best. In that advantage state, is going to utilize the speed to get that much more, basically that much lower of a short hop, which is going to allow him to use more moves. The backslash, I assume that's an attempt to intercept the pellets. But I'm not sure.
I imagine so as well. Probably counter the die to that if you have the Shield Monado.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, so far it's looking pretty even. Another backslash comes out, but no punish. That could have been the Shoryuken coming in big. Another back air poking through, and that's one of the things in this matchup that just makes the matchup so very hard. Is that Shulk has a lot of big hitboxes that just kind of poke through Mega Man's walling, especially back air.
Yeah, I feel like it's also like one of the toughest things playing against Shulk, like how quickly you can mix up between all the Monados, whether it's you want to give extra damage, kill extra early, or, shield Monados so you are not at risk as much. It's tricky to play around all of them.
I definitely agree. I think Shulk, in that regard, is one of the more complicated characters, both to learn and to play against. These backslashes have just been coming in time and time again. The walk up, just kind of waiting for a defensive option, but loading, he's not giving it. Another backslash. They're all working. That's the worst, or if you're a Shulk main, best part. Back air, once again, is gonna do it. It's just such a good tool so far for OwlBBs.
Yeah, it's also like Shulk's back air is not even that fast, so it's impressive to like keep finding these kills with the back air.
Yeah, it's frame 19.
Yeah, that's very slow actually.
Very, very slow. Yep.
Oh,
the shield wasn't enough.
Maybe it was like a little bit too. Could he have done it earlier? I'm not sure.
He could have probably done it earlier, but it's hard to react to stuff like that on Wi-Fi. I think that's one of the main reasons why Shulk mains don't like playing Wi-Fi, is because it's hard to react with Monados. It's always a matter of frames, of course. But talking about leads, advantages, and speed, this is the fastest Shulk is in that speed Monado. But it's not enough. Loading, even though he's down in percents, he got the pressure on deck. OwlBBs kind of breaking through, going for the backslash again. He's not been getting punished for them, so why not keep using them? There's the pallet walling. The up air to cover the high jump as well. Just a little bit too slow. It's a lot of damage. Look at this. Game is basically back to even right now.
Yeah, we haven't really seen loading, besides that one, of course. It was a type of commentator curse. I was gonna say, loading hasn't really gone for too many parries and stuff. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, more and more aerials. Ooh.
And the final back air. Yeah, he's 3 for 3 on those back airs. So, a good win for OwlBBs right there, establishing yet another character and getting the win with his Shulk against Mega Man.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, Icy's Roy potential last game of this tourney.
The landing there, and a lot of those side Bs, it's obviously one of Ice Climber's best moves, right? It confirms into big damage, and it's just a very lasting, and if you retreat it, it's a very safe move. The jab look! Woo! The setups are already getting heated, even though the Ice Climbers are so Popo! Okay. So, Nana, or Popo, I should say. Popo almost shit the bed. I think in this skin, it is Nana as the leading Ice Climber.
I also like this color for Ice Climbers. It's actually harder to tell them apart. the top tier pick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, grabs are, in general, kind of risky against ICs, because you might grab the quote-unquote wrong one, and then you just eat the smash attack to your face, just like that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, OwlBBs with the early lead. He's looking to finish it off. He's out for blood. Look at the combos, Armada. He's lapped them. Very, very impressive.
Oh, the read! No! Why? He had the read. He just didn't, like, believe enough, I guess.
He didn't believe enough. OwlBBs putting on a show. Guys, if this isn't worth the wait, I don't know what is. A 3-stock coming up in favor of OwlBBs loading. It's all but over. We've seen him make a comeback, but this is looking to be the one comeback that's impossible. Another grab confirm into the nair. No follow-up.
Yeah, those side Bs is destroying loading. Like, I think every single side B.
This could be it! The down air, the stage spike, but it's not enough. The punish though with the side B, so smart, and then forward smash, a 3-stock for OwlBBs! Thank you, Owl, for keeping us warm. That's gonna be the victory! OwlBBs wins Quarantine Series EU. 3-1 overloading.
What a showing. What a showing. That's crazy. All these characters finishing it off with a 3-stock with Ice Climbers of all characters. Yeah, huge congratulations to Owl for, you know, winning the first, at the very least, a Quarantine Series European edition.
Guys, I need you to understand, this man didn't drop a single game the entire tournament. He went, except for in pools, he went Joker, he went Banjo, he went Hero, he went Palutena, and all of these matches were close and they're back and forth. And suddenly the Ice Climber comes out and he just wins. This was the secret weapon. He just held on to it until the final game of Grand Finals, and then just Ice Climber comes out and he wins. And there was no contest. It's a 3-stock with 60%. That's not just winning, that's destroying.
Yeah, that was destruction for sure.